Hi, this is Cecilia from Tarot by Cecilia, and today is Thursday, July 22nd, 2021. The tarot card for today is the Seven of Pentacles. This one is titled Seven of Earth from artist Monica Bayard for the very collectible deck 78 Tarot Elemental. Most of the decks from 78 Tarot are out of print and will not be reprinted. There is currently a Kickstarter. You can get in on, which is absolutely amazing. If you go to the Kickstarter app and check out 78 Tarot Animal, if you're a collector, you will absolutely love it. Now, the card. This is one of my favorite cards, by the way, of all time. I have actually used this before, but I so love the rendition of this that it's just gorgeous. And this can manifest itself in a couple different ways for you today. It could be one way or the other, or even a little bit of both. But I often refer to the Seven of Pentacles as the garden of life. Okay, and you know the old what you reap is what you sow, blah 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 blah, right? So you know the effort that you put in is going to have great bearing on what you receive as your rewards, right? So it's always important. Sometimes it's necessary to stop and assess where you are with these things. And you know there's a couple ways of looking at this particular image and, you know, asking oneself, okay, what does this mean for me today? Now, where I'm from, there is a lot of farming that goes on around here. Farmers, orchard growers, things of that nature. And whether it's an orchard, and in about 3 weeks they will start picking apples in this area. Currently it's peaches and nectarines, and I am going somewhere with this. What they do, and you may find this hard to believe, is go around with, you know, whether it's a large stick or a baseball bat, and they knock out many of the fruits, knock them off the trees that do not look as though they will be as productive, so that they can have a bigger, larger fruit that makes more money for them. Okay, you know, instead of having a bunch of little apples that will wind up being deer bait, so to speak. Now, this applies itself to, you know, life when you have too many projects going on. And sometimes some things, you know what, let's just cut this because this isn't going anywhere and it isn't going to work, but this one over here looks pretty good. So you could be, you know, after some assessment, deciding to thin things out a bit. All right, there is also the enjoying the fruit of your rewards. Okay, there's nothing saying that you can't pick an apple or a peach off of that tree and enjoy it. And by the way, for those who, you know, don't understand that part, there's also like when you grow tomatoes, and if you really want those big beautiful tomatoes, yeah, you have to take away a few of the leaves, the extra shoots, and, you know, get rid of some of that, you know, fruit bearing, so that you have a larger, better tomato. This is the same as life. There is no other way to describe it. So this is a time of deciding what is worth your effort, what is worth your time. And it is up to you where you feel you should, you know, reap these rewards. Now, we have a few things going on today, and they kind of, yeah, how they affect this, you know, may not matter, but just the same, we're going to speak about them. Venus is going to oppose Jupiter, and that's the first thing that's happening. And, you know, I gotta tell you, it's kind of a, I don't want to say a feel-good kind of thing, because it's not, but there's a tendency here to not put in the effort that this card represents. This card, you know, is saying you need to put the effort in order to reap the reward. And with Venus opposing Jupiter, one can tend to, you know, maybe become a little lazy or goofing off, going off having fun, you know, getting a little distracted with things. So, you know, keep an eye on that and be sure. Now, the sun is going to move into Leo, which is home for the sun, and that will instill in everyone a greater sense of confidence. But also with confidence comes ego, so be sure to keep the ego in check. The last thing that I have happening here for the day is a trine between the Capricorn moon and Uranus in Taurus, and that could bring some unexpected good news your way. With Uranus, it's always a fine line between good and bad, but we're going to go with good and say that something's happening here. Maybe it's even one of your rewards for a job well done. So I want to thank you all very much for being here. I'll see you here again tomorrow, and as always, have a great day.